When you ask Nancy Isserlis to describe herself, she doesn't share her long list of legal accomplishments or talk about her time as Spokane City Attorney. She keeps it pretty simple.
Neat personally, not afraid to speak her mind.
That directness has served her well over her 40-year career in law and public service. But it was in the early 80s, while she was working as a legal services lawyer, where she first saw what she calls the cascade effect.
I always learned that when someone walked in our legal services office, they thought they had one problem. They always had 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. They just didn't realize it. They weren't getting their child support paid on time, and then they were losing their benefits, and then they were at risk of being evicted, and they weren't paying their bill. I mean, it was a cascade effect.
Nancy realized that the legal system could resolve a case, but it couldn't fix a life. She was drawn to SNAP because they looked past the immediate crisis to see what a person needed to move forward.
I always thought SNAP was one of those organizations that saw the big picture instead of the small picture. Sometimes I thought that SNAP was spread too thin, but the more I got to know SNAP, I understood that those things really do weave together like a tapestry.
Today, Nancy serves as president of the SNAP Financial Access Board. It's a role that requires a steady hand, helping small businesses get the loans they need to build something of their own. She's seen SNAP's growth through the decades, and as it marks its 60th anniversary, she credits SNAP's survival to its ability to navigate an ever-changing social and financial sea.
Switch dance, the ability to adapt and change, and sometimes you see it coming, but when you're surfing, the waves behind you, and you don't know what's coming, and I would say in the last 18 months, the wave has been behind us the entire time.
That dance has required solid leadership. Nancy credits longtime CEOs Julie Hohnkamp and her predecessor Larry Stuckert as the bedrock that allowed SNAP to stay on its feet even as the employees and the city changed around them.
Consistency. They've both been rocked a couple times on some things, but the wonderful thing about it is there's always been steady leadership from the staff, and the board has always engaged in really critical problem solving. Staff comes and goes, but SNAP is still here.
Despite her deep experience in municipal government and service on major boards, Isserlis remains a hands-on advocate at heart. In her daily legal work, she still helps people navigate problems when they don't know where else to turn.
And I think over the years, I've learned things about some of my pro bono clients that I've said, hey, you need to call SNAP. I've worked at some clinics where folks are homeless. I refer them to SNAP.
For Nancy Isserlis, 60 years of SNAP isn't just a milestone. It's a reflection of the people who carry on its mission.
Number one, it's a community action agency. Community being the first word, probably the most important. It's rooted in our community. It serves people in our community. Makes me feel better about living in this town to know that people are getting help.